Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today we'll be looking at the free-to-play games that I'm going to be playing in 2019. Last week I talked about every free-to-play game I played in 2018, however there were just some games I didn't get the chance to play and we're going to be talking about them in this video. As always, if you enjoyed a video, make sure to subscribe for more top 10s and videos on free-to-play games. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers and it would be amazing if we could go and hit it. Let's start out this video with by far the most talked about game in the comments of my previous talk, Paladins. Now Paladins is a game I heavily played in early to mid 2017 but did not touch in 2018, and the reason is pretty self-explanatory. OB64. This patch almost single-handedly killed one of the best free-to-play first-person shooters with the introduction of Cards Unbound, which put the card system behind an RNG paywall. As soon as I saw this direction, I vowed not to touch Paladins until Hi-Res fixed their game, and now with Cards Unbound gone and Paladins being in quite a good spot, I reckon it's time for me to go and check out this game once again, given how much I used to enjoy it. With so many champions and so many potential loadouts, the number of ways to play Paladins is seemingly limitless, and this is what initially attracted me to the game, and it's what's going to bring me back. So going from a game I've played a lot of in the past, let's go and talk about some titles that I've never gone and touched. The first one being Deceit. This game has a fantastic concept, where you play as an innocent and work with the rest of the players in the game to escape, while attempting to go and find out the two players who are actually infected. During the day period, you look for items and ammo in relative safety as the infected can't attack, but at night they can go and transform and kill the innocent. The reason I'm keen on this game is because it's all about the mind games and trying to work out who's who, with less emphasis on the actual shooting. There have been a few games in the past that have tried this concept, but judging by the Steam reviews, Deceit does it really well, along with it having a decently active player base. While most of the games that I upload on this channel are shooters, I'm actually a bit of an RPG fan, so I've got no idea why I never really checked out Dauntless when it launched this year. With the gameplay being quite similar to Monster Hunter, I was intrigued, with cool bosses to kill and tons of loot to collect. The art style is quite unique, the concept is simple enough, and could be the perfect game to fill in the gaps where I need something to play. Despite having little experience in this type of RPG, I'm interested in this type of game, and to be honest, I don't really want to go and put the cash down for Monster Hunter World, so hey, this could be the free-to-play alternative I need. The majority of games on this list are titles which I've never played or used to go and play many years ago. And AvA Dog Tag is the exception, as this is a game I played a decent amount of in 2018 during the closed alpha and closed beta periods. For those who don't know about Dog Tag, this game is a reimagining of the classic free-to-play FPS Alliance of Valiant Arms. The original AvA got bloated with pay to win and just became a complete mess, and now the original developers are self-publishing this version, which goes and strips back the game to its core. Personally, this game is my most hyped free-to-play FPS of 2019, and I can't wait for the next playable period, which will be the next closed beta in mid-January. The gameplay is AvA to its core, with absolutely no pay to win, and the dev team is super receptive to feedback, and overall, the game looks great, it plays great, and if you're a military FPS fan, if you play Combat Arms, if you play Black Squad Iron Sight, I suggest to go and check out this game because it seems like it has a really good future ahead of itself. Guild Wars 2 has always been one of those games that I've heard about but never really looked into nor seen any gameplay, but I did it quite recently, just had a look at some YouTube gameplay and it seems really sweet. This game goes and fits my definition at least of what a normal MMORPG is, but it backs it up with a free-to-play model and supposedly no pay to win. I've never really gotten into these type of RPGs before, and mainly it was because I didn't have a good World of Warcraft experience, but this seems like a really nice intro into this type of RPG, so we'll have to go and see if I like it when I check it out in 2019. War Thunder was one of those games that I used to play with my high school friends. It was easy to hop on and have a quick match, shoot some planes, and that would be that. Now when I played, it was just all planes, but having a look now, there is also tanks, ships, and helicopters, so it pretty much combines all of the wargaming titles into one, which is pretty neat. I haven't played this game for quite a long time, but what I remember was the great graphics, smooth gameplay, and absolute grind to go and unlock planes. But overall the game was quite good and I want to go and try it out again. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I used to go and make a lot of videos on a free-to-play FPS called Combat Arms, which was developed and published by Nexon. Now generally I stay pretty much on top of Nexon games like Sudden Attack and Lawbreakers, but one game I've never really played is Warrock. Like Combat Arms, Warrock has a new developer and publisher, and they're going to be bringing this game onto Steam in 2019, which is super exciting. Judging by some gameplay on YouTube, Warrock is fast-paced and not the most realistic game, but it has its roots in the military FPS genre. Graphically, it doesn't look the best as well, but the game, it looks fun, and that's what matters to me. And hey, checking out a new FPS is right up my alley. So going back to the whole thing where I like RPGs, the game that I was actually referring to was Path of Exile. I played a ton of this game back in the day, grinding my way to late game with a pretty sick tornado shot build, and I really enjoyed my time. Now it's not like anything happened to the game itself for me to go and stop playing, it's just uni came around, I got even more into shooters, so I just kinda stopped playing. Now with that said, I probably should have kept playing, as Path of Exile is one of those special games that goes from strength to strength, with massive updates being put out year in, year out. Massive props to developers, because I've consistently kept the game up to a high standard, and that's very commendable, especially as the temptation of pay to win is ever constant. So after seeing the new Betrayal expansion, I was really keen to hop back in, make a completely new character, and experience the 4 years of updates since I left, and I feel 2019 is a perfect year to do that. Okay, so the choice of going to put War Robots on this list is a bit of a meme, but I've been watching quite a lot of Anthony CSN lately, and his Worth My Time video on War Robots piqued my interest. Now obviously this is more of a choice of the mobile platform, as yes, this game is available on the PC, but there are so many better games I could be playing when I'm on the computer. Now from what I can go and see, War Robots is a bit of a mixed bag. The gameplay looks quite good in its easy to pick up nature, but it's also extremely pay to win the more you go and play. But with that said, I wanted that easy to pick up nature for quick sessions, so let's say if I'm taking the train into university, I just want to go and play a game, and it seems like War Robots could go and fill that void. Now in general, I don't play many mobile games, but I want to get into the platform a little bit because 1, it seems fun, but 2, because it seems a lot of you guys want videos on mobile games since a lot of them are free to play, and I make videos on free to play games on this channel. Now if my guess is true and you want these type of videos, make sure to go and comment below and I'll go and get some videos going. Now talking about the mobile platform and games I want to go and make videos on, the latest Call of Duty mobile game is being soft released right now, and that's Call of Duty Legends of War, and this game doesn't actually look too bad. It's got really good gameplay for a mobile game, as it retains a lot of the Call of Duty DNA, along with a nice blast of nostalgia as popular maps like Nuketown and Crossfire return. In addition, Zombies is also available, and the game is free to play. I know the Modern Combat series has dominated a mobile platform for years, but judging from first impressions, I think it has some very stiff competition in Legends of War. A lot of people in the comments of my previous talk were wondering why I didn't talk about Team Fortress 2. Well, to be honest, I haven't played the game for years, and I don't plan on playing it anytime soon. Back in middle school, TF2 was basically my Fortnite, where I could go and hop on and talk to my friends on 2-4 or trade servers. While the gameplay is fun and the maps are nice and the game is overall a great experience, I wasn't really invested in the actual game itself, more so the experience of hanging out with my friends online. I've played TF2 a handful of times after my middle school days, and while the game itself is good, it's one of the better free-to-play first-person shooters on Steam, it doesn't really align with my military first-person shooter interests, and the lack of support from Valve is a bit disheartening. Now talking about TF2 here is less about me actually playing in 2019, it's more so I wanted to go and clean up the confusion about why I didn't go and put it into my other list. While I don't go and showcase it much here on Undercover Dudes, I play a lot of League of Legends. It's become my new TF2 per se, a game I can hop on and play while I talk to my friends. So when I got Drift of Battlerite, it always seemed like a game I wanted to go and check out, but I never did. My initial attraction was that it seemed like Battlerite was a fast-paced MOBA, but without the farming, being composed of short matches in a small arena. Most of my fun in League lately has been in special modes like Nexus Blitz, so the idea of this being in a different game was enticing. In the end, I just never got around to checking it out, or maybe I was a bit apprehensive about learning another MOBA, the same reason I never got into Dota 2. but judging by some gameplay on YouTube and the positive reviews on Steam, Battlerite seems like quite a good game if you've played a MOBA before, but you want a more encapsulated experience. There isn't a big map to go and learn. There is a roster of champions you can go and choose from, but it's not as expansive as Dota 2 or League. So it seems like a better introduction into the MOBA genre, and overall that's perfect for me since I've played a lot of MOBA in my time. Of all the games on this list, by far the most known and by far the most hyped is Warframe. A third-person RPG shooter, Warframe is one of the most popular free-to-play games on Steam, and for good reason. The game is damn good, and I never really went and put a lot of time into it. Of course, from time to time, I've put in an hour or two. I think I've got like 6 or 5 hours total, but I've never really gone and given this game a great shot, and that's a bit of a shame. I think the main reason is that there is so much to go and take in, and the lack of time I have, given I have work and YouTube to go and deal with. However, over the last month or so, I've looked a bit into it, and it seems like Warframe is that type of game where you can go and put 10 hours a day into it, or just 30 minutes. It's not all about the grind. Add in the shooter gameplay and the fast-paced nature, and I'm really excited to go and give this game a shot, and I don't know why I haven't actually put some decent time into it. I think the main reason is because of YouTube and university and all that, but with that said, 2019, it's going to be the year. Now, before I go and wrap things up, if you guys haven't watched my previous talk where I talked about all the free-to-play games I played in 2018, I highly go and suggest to. I go and give a decent look into each of these titles and if you should go and play them. There's a lot of shooters because that's mostly what I go and play, but there's some other titles here and there, and overall it is a highly recommended watch. And also, if you haven't gone and watched my top 10 free-to-play Steam games of 2018 and 2019, go and watch that as well. Links will be in the description below. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go and give it a like, make sure to go and subscribe. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes, all the way from down under, out.